your book is about to come out? Or
Yeah,
when does it come
yeah.
out?
I'm excited. June 16th.
June 16th. So your book, Come Undone, you also seem to be not afraid of entering into new spaces. Like, you have, chef, writer, writing a memoir, producing a TV show until you decided that was not the thing for you,
Yeah.
and now a work of fiction.
Yeah.
I think I would be afraid to be like, I'm just going to go write a novel that, and I would just be like, that seems like a lot to do, why is it that you weren't afraid, or were you afraid? How'd you navigate that process?
So I feel like you will relate to it. And I'm not pandering because you're here, but like I've said this many times to people. The hardest thing I ever did in my life and that I wanted to do was stand-up comedy.
No, I understand.
Stand-up
I
comedy
don't
to
think that's
me,
pandering. I think that's facts. Yeah,
facts is the illest art form because it's just on your back to entertain a room of people and to like titillate them and very like Socrates, Gadfly of Athens. I think that's extremely dope. Like the second thing to me is the novel because it's just writing, it's words on a page. There's no visual. The visual has to be created in the reader's mind. And you have to keep someone engaged for 200, 300, 400 pages. I just think that is an incredible human feat, right? Even as a chef, which I love, I probably enjoy cooking the most because it's so immediate and there's no one else involved. But like, you're being helped by animals, the earth, like you're using resources and things to create this dish. Like so much work has already been done before you touch it. But with the novel and stand-up comedy, it's just on you to like awaken people and make them curious. So just as a kid, I told myself I would always attempt stand-up comedy and I was gonna try my hand at the novel. And I had no idea if I'd be good. I had made no assumptions. I just knew I wanted to try.
yeah, yeah. And so that's been, and since a kid, those two things. It's funny because those are two very different art forms. I would say it's probably a pretty low percentage of stand-up comedians who have written novels, just because one is very immediate response that you sort of go on stage, you say it, people laugh, and you're like, yay. Whereas the novel is like, how long did it take you to write this novel, for example?
This one I started it on a plane coming back from London to New York in 2023.
Okay.
And I wrote 3 versions of this novel, 3 full different versions of the novel.
Wow.
And each one was written, the first 2 versions of the novel were written between 2 to 3 weeks. Wow. And then Chris Jackson gives me notes and tears it up and is basically like, this is ass. And then I'd rewrite it and he's like, why'd you rewrite it? I'm like, you said it was ass. He's like, no, there's like a lot of good stuff. I'm like, well, you should say that. You should let me know.
So you just went a completely different direction.
Yeah. And all 3 times I just threw out the previous novel. But the third time I wrote it, I knew the characters, I knew the story, I knew what I wanted to say finally, clearly, and I wrote it in 5 days.
What is I'm such a fan of craft. What is, because I think people don't talk about it enough, especially, and it's, what is your process of like 5 days? What do those 5 days look like? Like, what are you staying up late? Are you getting up early? Are you like, everybody be quiet? Are you renting a house in the hills? What is the...
Yeah, the visual is mainly my wife just dissatisfied with the lack of childcare help I'm providing.
Fair.
So that's the image in the house.
Okay. So around you, there's lots of, you got a kid and your wife's chasing the kid, a young kid, right?
Yeah. 2-year-old.
Oh, so wow, that's nothing but chase.
So she got a lot of work to do. But I'm a dickhead. I wake up at like 6:30. If I know I need to write, I wake up at 6:30. I go poop downstairs in the lobby, and then I go straight
of your apartment building.
Yeah, because if I poop in the apartment, my wife's gonna wake up, the kid's gonna wake up, then I can't get out.
Okay.
I slip out at 6:30. Nobody knows. I go poop downstairs. I go straight to the conference room office area
of where you live.
Yeah.
Okay, so not in your apartment.
No,
Okay,
I can't do it in the apartment anymore. And I just black out for like 8 to 9, 12 hours sometimes. And
is lunch ordered? Are you eating? Or is there coffee? What's the beverage of choice?
There's definitely coffee and Gatorade. I just coffee, Gatorade, double fisting. There's some type of lunch, dinner, one meal.
Okay.
I noticed that if I eat too many meals, then I get tired.
No, for sure.
So it's a one meal thing.
Okay.
And then I just come home at night and.
What time is that? What time are you coming home?
I probably check in to eat the meal together around like 5, 6.
Okay.
And then I'm back out if possible.
Back down at if you can't, because once you go home, it's hard to get out again.
It's hard to get out. You got to do something. You have to contribute in some way.
Yeah, no, for
like
sure.
I got to either wash dishes, put the kid to bed, or do something nice. To
do something nice.
Get passage out of the apartment
you need
again.
to have contributed to us being a family.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like if you make a lot of money in this country, you should pay taxes. So if I got to write for 9 hours, I should contribute something.
If you decide to marry somebody and have a kid, you should. It's not just about putting the stack of money on the table.
No, you have to contribute.
Yeah,
you gotta contribute. So that's my day, and I try to write it in 5 to 6 days because otherwise my wife will just go to her mother's house.
Oh, so the clock is like, I got to write this so that my wife doesn't start to resent me and this book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, some people may listen to this and think this sounds harsh, but as a person who's living a creative life, you have to figure out how to make the especially when you're single, you can just be creative like this for like 6 months at a time. Just staring into the sun, thinking about like, is it to the store or at the store?
But as you're talking about craft, it's like when you're single, it's so easy to create. You have all this time. But I actually think the pressure of your ass needs to be at home by this time creates pressure and boundaries to focus.
Yeah.
And I actually think I make better work.
I think a lot of creative people feel this way, that some boundaries are helpful.
Yeah.
That it's like I think about like SNL all the time. The fact that like we got to do it we have to do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we got to come up with something.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes you're like, and so people are hard on SNL, which I understand. But then it's like, if I see one funny sketch, I'm like, man, they got it.
They got it. They got it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you ever seen this brand Fly by Jing? It's like a Chinese sauce brand.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So Jing, she had a Chinese sauce brand, but she now is an astrologer too. So I got an astrology reading, and it was like, your relationship with your wife is going to create structure and boundaries in your work. I'm like, absolutely has.
Yeah.
And they're like, she's also the source. And I'm like, that's also true. It's made it harder, but better.
Yeah.